Hello! This video is going to be on an update for my Midori and my planner. Firstly, I would like to apologise if the lighting is bad. This area of my room tends to look very red, so I've opened the blind, but I've obviously got red bedding. This is pink. My wall is pink, so the light reflects off that. The blind, when that's down, is orange, so I've put my green cutting mat behind it, or else it would look just very... Well, it's not too bad now that the blind's open, but it just doesn't give the right colour. And you really do want to see the right colour for this beautiful Midori. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's looking a lot more orange on my screen now, though. Anyway, so I know I did a video a few days ago about the setup of my Midori, but I've changed it yet again. I'm extremely good at changing my setup because I'm going through planner fail and then changing it again very soon. So what tends to happen is that I will go through a few weeks of planner wobble, planner uncertainty, getting towards planner fail. I make a decision, oh, I'm going to use whichever notebook, I'll turn it into a planner. So I'll take one of my notebooks that I haven't used, or maybe a notebook that I used a couple of pages, and then I'll take those pages out and I'll turn it into a planner or something like that. And then I'll realise, that isn't going to work for me and I've wasted the notebook. That's what happened with this one. This is a Midori grid notebook. These are my favourite type of Midori notebooks. But what happened was, shock horror, I've cut pages out. So I turned it into a planner. It looked like it had, let me find you some pages to show you. It had this page at the top. Oh, that was good, wasn't it? I've just dropped it on the floor. Hold on. I had... You can see my messy floor now. Don't look, it's awful. It's got wires everywhere. 4 days on the top. So it was horizontal. The notebook is supposed to go that way. 2 pages. Oh my god, everything's falling off. So it's supposed to go... just find one I haven't written on. Like that. But then you turn it around to look at it like that. So it's got 4 pages at the top. That's for Monday to Friday, because I don't need as much space for those. And then 2 days, did I say pages? 4 days, 5 days at the top. 2 days at the bottom, that's the weekend, and there's slightly bigger slots, if you can see. I can't line them up, but they're, these ones are 8 squares, which is 4 centimetres, these ones are 10 squares, which is 5 centimetres, and then they've got the space there for lists and stuff. I did, I think, about 7 weeks of those, and then I decided I'm going to go to a different planner, which I'll show you in a minute. So well, basically, blah blah blah, I will explain the rest in a minute, but I was trying to make the this one fit into my flex, and I could make it fit with just the cover, but I couldn't make the whole thing tuck into one of the pockets here, so I trimmed a few millimetres off the top. Yes, I desecrated my beautiful Midori notebook. You wouldn't notice it just by looking at it here, but it has actually lost about 5 millimetres, about half a centimetre. So if I line it up with a proper... I'm really sorry about shaky cam, and I'm sorry that I'm doing this one-handed, but I couldn't be bothered to set up my tripod. It's really hard to get it to balance on my bed, and I haven't tidied my desk up. Can you see how much I chopped off? I am not good at chopping off. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this is really badly done. It is really rough. You can see where the knife has slipped and it hasn't cut properly. You can see there's a big nick there. This is actually after I tidied it up, so it was even worse than this before. You probably can't see, but it really is not as well done as the machine cut bottom. So that is why I would never make notebooks professionally, because I'm not good at trimming. It's fine for me. I do get annoyed that I'm not good at it, but I would never be able to sell them. So I tried to put it in the pocket here, but then I decided it was too hard to take in and put out when I needed it quickly, so I've changed my planner. But anyway, this notebook, because I changed my planner and I put those weeks inside a different planner, which I will show you in a minute, this planner now has 7 weeks of pages in. So I cut them out, so you can still see the writing there, like saying the weekend days, because that was what the these bits were, where it's been chopped off there. So now this notebook, I didn't want to do any more damage to it. I just cut out the pages that were kind of obsolete, and I've got the rest of the notebook. But it's 5mm too short, and the top of it is too messy for my liking. I will do something with it. What I might do is take all the pages out and then use them for nice paper to like punch and put in my Filofax. I don't know. Anyway, so that is notebook ruined, basically. So that is just a summary of my kind of failure, but here is what I am proud of. Over the past few weeks I have been going through kind of, not planner fail, but kind of planner uncertainty. I'm not going to tell you about it all, but basically I have chosen that I need something that is a planner, that is a dedicated planner, and that I'm not going to use my Filofax out of the house, so it wouldn't have been in one of them. I also want something that is more easily archivable, so I need a bound book. So, and I like the bullet journal idea. I like that I can brain dump, I can plan my day, but I can also have all of my lists and projects and everything I need in one book, that it doesn't matter what order the pages are in. And I think that's the difference between that idea and kind of a Filofax type thing. You know, Filofax has sections, you can move the pages around. Any system like that, Franklin Covey, Daytimer. Franklin Covey obviously has its own organisation system, and all the others are binders as well, which means that you can change the sections, take pages out, put pages in. Okay, so a bound notebook, obviously you can't do any of that. So the beauty of, let me show you in here, the beauty of a bullet journal is that it doesn't matter what order the pages are in, because you use an index at the start to instruct you where the pages are, where you can find them easily. So this was the notebook that I was using as a bullet journal, this thin paper notebook, and I was using it as a bullet journal, but now I've decided to use it as more of a journal, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So basically you can do whatever you want on the pages. Here is a spread of 3 days. But the next page is a list of to-dos I brought over from another notebook, and a list of well, not a list, kind of like almost like a spider diagram of things that I've got to keep in mind at the moment. Then there's some more days, and then you flick through and there's my waiting for list. There's a blank page waiting to be filled with another list. There's more days, and then so you can put whatever you want for your organisation in the notebook in whatever order you want it to. That is basically what this is going to be. I haven't finished setting it up. I only got it a few days ago. It's a Moleskine, and I don't like the quality of paper in a Moleskine, but unfortunately these are the only notebooks that met my requirements that were available in my town centre. I did go to every stationery shop that was open late on Thursday, because Thursday's the late night opening and I had to go after work. I would have liked to have gone to WH Smith, because I know about a month ago they did have one, I call them look term, but I think they're supposed to be pronounced Leuchtturm or something, 1917 notebooks left. I didn't know if they would still have it, but unfortunately they closed before I got to town. So I went through all of the shops, and I eventually decided, right, I'm just going to buy some Moleskines. Waterstones had a buy one get one half price deal, which, okay, they're still expensive, but I needed a grid notebook. Grid is my favourite. And none of the other notebooks that I found had a grid. They all had lines, and I don't like wide lines, and most of them have got wide lines. That interrupts my handwriting. It interferes with my handwriting. So I got this one and the nice pink Moleskine with the narrow lines. I much prefer the Moleskine line distribution, but I still don't like the paper, because if I show you, can you see that? These are Stabilo Point 88s, and they bleed through. Can you see where I've had the pen touching the paper for more than half a second? You can see the bleed through, or at least show through, on most of the pages. So I decided I'm just gonna buy it, use it, and hopefully me using it for about 6 months will mean that it's worth more than the high price that I consider Moleskines to be. So basically I've started setting it up, but I haven't finished. I've drawn in 10 of the 12 months of monthly grids. It's June now, so all of the months previous to now I'm going to use as reference, and then all of the months from now I'm going to use as forward planning. Then I'm going to have I've got 2015 forward planning double page. Then I'm going to have this is the same as these, so I've basically transferred it from there to there as my weekly planner, and that is going to be followed by the bullet journal pages, and then I'm going to have interspersed all of my planning pages. So if it's a waiting for list, a currently list, you know, like a catch-up to-dos list, bringing it over from my old bullet journal into my new bullet journal, all of my lists, they will be indexed at the front, and then I will have, say, next week, and then all the bullet pages and stuff. So this is going to be my planner. I will have all of my projects written up in here, all of my lists, all of my everything that I need to organise myself, indexed at the front. This double page spread here. Yes, so it's really simple. I'm going to carry it everywhere with me. I'm figuring out how I'm setting up the rest of it. I've got my little washi tape, acetate card here for dividing the days, that fits nicely into the pocket here. I've got the pen loop card with the little piece of elastic, but I don't like the elastic, so I've put a clip on there, and there's my pencil. It's all very pink, isn't it? But that's just me. I will accessorise it and make it a bit less pink, because sometimes I like green or purple or blue or something. I might put some washi tape on here just to add some interest. I'm thinking of putting some A5 paper folded up in here for quick notes and post-it notes and things like that. I was going to put this, or at least, you know, one Midori notebook in the pocket there, and I like that because the width of the Midori is exactly the same as the width of these pockets on this side and also on that side. So theoretically, if you've got like bank cards or something there, this sort of hides them a bit, but then when you close this up, I don't like how it sticks out way more than the Moleskine, and also it's too floppy and it slips out really easily. I don't like that. So yeah, so that's that. And then here's my Midori. I am still going to use my Midori. I can't not. Hi again, sorry about that. My camera battery, well no, the camera memory card ran out of space. So okay, obviously I'm still going to use my Midori, but because I've been using it as my planner, I've had to think of what I could use it as instead when it's not my planner. And it's really a minor tweak. It's just basically taking out the calendar portion and turning my bullet journal more into a journal, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So it's got the same old normal stuff at the front. I've got that purple folder which I've got to do a tutorial on. Then I've got my old bullet journal, which is now going to be a journal. So I had been using it as a bullet journal, obviously with the little, oh it's not going to focus, little bullets, little check boxes with the colour coding, and I was trying to make it pretty, stick things on, use washi tape, use a couple of stickers. Each page is quite simple. I obviously want to be able to see what I've written more than decoration, but because I was writing so much stuff, and because a lot of the pages are they contain journaly things like this one, I'm not going to show you that because that's like, you don't want to read that. This is all about how my computer wasn't working properly. Was it? Let me just read. Yes, that was about how my computer kept flickering, the camera battery's going to die, and stuff like that, and things about like the problems with my ear and stuff. It was hard for me to find the actual to-dos, so I've decided to use that in there. And instead, when I went to London, I really enjoyed journaling, so I've decided to use this as a journal, even though I won't have much to talk about because not much happens in my life and I won't write in it every day. I still like looking back at it and having the space to do it. So I'm going to try really hard because I've never been able to journal properly before. So that's what I'm going to use this for now, and I'm going to decorate it a bit more too. Then I've got the, I don't know if you've seen it, but the perforated paper notebook insert I made. This is going to be for any random things that I want to write down, and then if I need to transfer them, I can then transfer them to my actual notebook at home, which I really like the idea of. So this is for all the random stuff that I maybe would have written in my bullet journal. Now I can write them actually on a dedicated piece of paper. It's really cheap lined paper, so I can easily replace it, and so it doesn't cost me anything because I'm trying to get rid of my lined paper anyway. My 6 pocket folder, and then here's my reference insert and the back of the plastic pockets. So there you go. I'm still going to carry this around with me. This will be my companion, whereas this will be my planner, and it will sit with it. They act like a team, but this is going to be the one that I carry around with me, that I write down my ideas, my notes and stuff, and then I can kind of transfer the ideas into actual to-dos and put them in here. But this will be my journal and my notebook and my reference. These are things that I can use if I want them. These are things that I should use all the time because they are me planning my life. This is me kind of indulging in my life. So I'm still trying to figure out the fine details, finish setting up my bullet journal, but I'll do another video in about a month when I've finished setting them up, and I'll show you then. So thank you for watching. Bye!